Hello, family. I am so happy to be back here again with you. And guess what? Well, wait, before I even tell you, guess what? Just to remind you that you are here with us on the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast show with Andrea Wise-Brown. But guess who else is here with us today in studio here in Dallas, Texas? Dr. Kreative.
Hey, everybody. Hey. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so happy that you are here with us in person.
Yes.
And listen, family, I just need you guys to know that he smells as scrumptious as he looks.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely,
that's
my
a
brother.
good compliment.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm a realist. I'm going to tell you the truth.
No, that's right.
Okay. All right. So, guys, we are here today. And now we are going to do this new little segment called Mind to Mind. Mind to Mind.
All right, let's do it, baby.
Okay. All right. So this is where we ask each other a question that you might want to know about us, a personal question. Okay,
Right,
so on this episode, I'm asking Dr. Kreative a question.
Okay.
So, as we started this show, Dr. Kreative,
Yes.
okay, people have asked, because you just mentioned in some of your responses to our questions,
Yeah.
that you were in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
As you know, I'm in the entertainment. You know me, I'm in the entertainment. I'm in the entertainment industry. You know I'm in the entertainment. You know I'm in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You know, you just kind of throw that in there.
Yeah.
So the question is, what do you do in the entertainment industry?
Good question. So I do plenty of things. I do sound like one of the people.
What do you mean?
So my full-time job, I work as a director of programming and community impact for a festival on the East Coast. I will not say the name.
Okay.
But Google me.
Okay.
And I run my own business called Eastern Creative Agency, formerly known as Crucial Conflict Agency, where I manage 3 artists, and I also put on major events for organizations and corporations that are unable to produce large acts. So whether it's they want to get a major artist like Sade or Jill Scott, and they want to bring them to their town and they don't have access, I'm like their connection. So I'm able to contact those artists and find the venue to put them in, and also get all the people that it takes to put that show on, and I help organize that. So that's what I do. And I also write contracts and represent artists, not necessarily 100%, but I do contracts for them for free, or I review contracts for people for free.
Okay.
I believe in the industry, people always just take advantage of artists.
Right.
And so I've been an artist at one point in my life. And so I make sure that I use my skills and my knowledge to look over people's things for free. And I want to make sure that people are always being represented the right way.
Okay.
And so I do it for free. So I'll do that for free.
See, and I'm telling y'all, family, he has such a great heart.
Oh, thank
So I believe you, because me also kind of being in the entertainment industry, but knowing a whole bunch of entertainers. A lot of times people will say to you, oh, I'm gonna do that, or I'm gonna call you, or let's exchange numbers. Like we've heard that so many times.
Oh yeah.
But let me just tell you the real freaking deal. So I actually believe that you will help people for free, because I've seen you do it.
Oh, thank you, boo.
No, for real. And all of the energy that we put out in the universe, we will receive it back.
And I've truly been seeing that.
Oh, honey, God has something for you.
Thank you. Same for you.
Yes. Okay, so that was our mind for mind.
Thank you. Okay, that was easy. I was scared.
You were scared?
Because I didn't really know what we was going for. What's the angle? But I'm going to get you worse than that next week.
Listen, but it's coming. I mean, they're going to get deeper and deeper.
Okay.
They're going to get deeper and deeper.
I ain't going to be easy on her. Okay. But I'm excited. So I think next we're going to go to our mailbag.
Yes.
All right. So I think our next segment will be mailbag. So just stick with us. Give us a little break, and we'll be right back with mailbag. All right, boo.
Hey, y'all. All right. So we're back.
We're back.
Okay, we're back for the mailbag. Okay, with our favorite male, Dr. Creative. Y'all ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right, I'm going in the
I know
bag.
this kind of like gets me kind of like.
Okay, get it together, get it together. While you doing all that, you know, TT got to put her glasses on, her reading glasses.
After the late Tina Turner, Do
it. All right, let's go. Mailbag. All right.
Okay.
Andrea, I am a 34-year-old woman who has 3 boys by my ex-husband who has been absent. He doesn't come to see them, nor does he spend time with them. The only thing he does is come to my oldest son's basketball games where he yells the entire time that he is there. My oldest son says that he's embarrassed by him. He pays child support because it's taken straight out of his check. My sons ask why he doesn't spend time with them. When I ask him why he doesn't spend time with them, he says because he's working to pay the child support, and then tells me not to ask him any questions. He doesn't usually take my phone calls. That's what she says. He told my middle son that he doesn't come to the house because he doesn't want to talk to me because I'm the problem. He says I'm mean and I start issues with him. He told them that I argue with him, which is why we aren't still together. And he used that excuse for why he doesn't visit my children. This is what she says. I told my boys, forget about him. I told them they don't need him. They have me. I'll be their mother and their father. My children are respectful boys and they do well in school. So I'm not going to pressure their father to spend time with them because he'll probably mess them up anyway. My mother tells me that they need their father. Here's her question to us. Andrea, do you think I can raise my boys alone? Or do you think they should have their father in their lives too? She went, I grew up without a father in my life, and I'm fine. Ooh. So that's the question. Do you think I can raise my boys alone? Or do you think they should have their father in their lives too? Yeah, she says she grew up without hers. Okay. So clinically speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Clinically speaking, that yes, your children need their mother and their father in their lives. I mean, that would be the optimal situation. Of course, perfect thing would be a healthy mother and a healthy father in their lives. Because, you know, dysfunctional parents can really screw up their children. So I would say that the optimal situation would be a healthy mother and a healthy father in their lives. However, how many people in the world actually have perfectly healthy mothers and perfectly healthy fathers? The truth is that not everybody has that. Most people don't have that. And we still turn out to be pretty okay. So, yes, children need their mothers and their fathers in their lives, and especially boys, because women cannot raise boys to be men. You know, women can raise little girls to be women, you know, but women can't raise boys to be men. There are a lot of there's major differences, but I was going to say a lot of different nuances that, you know, and I can give so many examples of the challenges that women have with raising boys. You just can't. You don't have a male brain. You know, you don't process things as males do. You don't have the testosterone that males have. There's different DNA that men have than women have. And the same thing if we flipped it. with men raising little girls to be women. You can't raise somebody to be something that you've never been, the different stages that you've never gone through. So that's my thing, because I know I can go on and on and on, but we just talking real talk. So yes, I do believe that those children need their father in their lives. Okay, go Kreative.
Ooh, so this is a very complex situation. And I agree, you need both parents. I was raised by a single mom. It is not a day that goes by that I do not resent the fact that I was not raised by both parents, despite of how great my mother did raising all three of our children by her gosh darn self. But there's some things my mom could never do. She just couldn't do. She didn't understand puberty. She didn't understand my attraction to women and first time wanting to have sex or waking up to a wet bed. These are things that I just couldn't go to her about.
It's good.
But also I want to go back to the story that she was presenting, the woman in the story. Some faults of the man, by sharing grown folks' business with children. I wish that as adults, we stopped doing that. I am a father of a 16-year-old son, and I do not share my situations with the mother of my child, with my child. He is 16 years old. I don't care how mature or how much of his mustache he may have. He does not need to know what's going on between me and his mother. Despite of what she may share with him, it's none of his business. So stop doing that, men and moms. Don't share any of your information with the children, because they're still children. I don't care what today's times are. None of their business. And then moms, stop downing the fathers. They don't care what his personality is, how bad he is, how much child support he's not paying, what he's not doing. It's still none of their business. Because what you're doing is putting that child in a predicament where they have to choose sides. If his father wants to show up at their ball game and be loud, that's what he's doing. At least he's doing something. There are fathers out there that won't do nothing. Be proud and tell him to be proud of his dad for being there. He's making an effort and you're still getting money. It's not the best thing. Time is way more important. But there are fathers out there who are paying child support and their children are still living with them. I'm that father. So
let me say this. I love that. I love everything that you said, and I agree with everything that you said. When I'm just going to ask you this, when you said, I get it, be grateful that your father is even showing up to the basketball games. And I think what you're saying is that she should teach her son, although he's embarrassed, to be grateful for the father showing up. But I'm also thinking, if the little boy is telling mom that I'm embarrassed by him, instead of the mom jumping in and agreeing, shouldn't she encourage a little boy to talk to the dad?
Well, that's called relationship, right? And so absolutely. Her job is not to agree or to disagree. Her job is to say, go talk to your father. And so that's where relationship comes in. So yes, they are going to go to their mom, but her job is to say, go talk to your dad. Because now you don't have access. And even if he was like a deadbeat, but there are some people out there like that. My thing is this. It's a tricky situation. It's a hard situation. But at the end of the day, these children need their fathers.
That's right.
And there's no way around that.
That's right.
And I wish that there was a way for people to just start having some, I don't know if there's a class or a relationship between the mom and the dads, even if they hate each other, something like before you put a person on child support or whatever the case is, there needs to be some type of like training or something that goes on between the two of them that really sets a precedent in how they're going to operate as a relationship after that breakup.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. You're saying that you hope there is a class, but we know that the way life moves on, there is no class. And the reality is this. If they didn't do well communicating when they were together, 9 times out of 10, I mean, that goes to show that they're not going to do well communicating when they break up. Like it takes some time.
But see, in that process, there's a mediator that happens between them that's supposed to be like the communication but the mediator is already sided on the female's side.
Well, I'm not going to say, I hear what you're saying. I think you're really also talking about the court system, but well, let's take all the mediation out.
Okay, let's take it out. Let's take the mediation out.
Let's take that out.
But I'm always going to stick up for the man side of the mailbag. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm trying to give you a male view of what's going on.
I want you to give the male view, right? And I'm a therapist. And so I've heard the male side and I've also heard the women's side. And I've also worked with the system, with CPS, with children, with mediation. So I'm going to give a different view, right? So what I'm saying is I'm really going back to what the question was, right? What you agreed to is that, that the father needs to be in their lives and it's like removing their BS, right?
Absolutely. That's what it is. That's what it is.
And that's what we.
It's a relationship thing. Because I've seen co-parenting.
There you go.
I wish people would just have the book. So what I really see, I'm trying to attack the issue. The issue is the co-parenting.
That's right.
So I'm digging deeper into the fact that the issue is that we need to address that relationship. So I'm going back to the court because it starts with the male is hurt from the fact that he's having to do all this stuff. And he has no benefit from all the stuff that he's doing. He's paying child support. He's unable. He has to call the mom to see the kids. All the things he has to do. It comes from the beginning of him being hurt. The fact now he's divorced. He has to pay whatever that looks like.
Okay.
So let's just answer the question.
Yeah.
The question is that because we're both parents. We are going over time
because we don't even know all of the situation. Because there's so many other factors. So we can really personalize it.
The answer is, I'm sorry, we answered your question. And the answer is what? We need
both parents. That's right. So those boys need their fathers in their lives.
Give them access. Okay. We love you. You want to listen to closing remarks, baby?
No, so the closing remarks is, what we need you to do is, I definitely need you to subscribe to this channel and then click that bell so that you know when the next episode is coming up. Absolutely. And so I am so excited and happy that you guys are here with us during the show, during this mailbag experience. And if you have any questions that you want us to answer, please email the show at Mhialpodcast. That's Mhialpodcast@gmail.com. Email your questions in. So it's pretty much the first letters to Mental Health is a Lifestyle Podcast @gmail.com. Email your questions in so we can get them and we can answer the questions. And remember, don't you ever forget, you don't go out here and taking exactly what we say and doing exactly what we said that we would do. That's not it. Okay. So we're just giving our opinions. If you want some real advice and you want to do some real work, then that's when you come into my office and you see me clinically. You can go to awisebrown@gmail.com or you can go to awisebrown.com and make an appointment. Okay, so we love you dearly, family, and we will see you on the next episode of Mental Health is a Lifestyle Podcast by Andrea Wise-Brown.
See ya. Maybe I would want to be here. I don't know. Bye.